Do you have letters for me?
Thank you.
Oh, I have it's a mission. Deliver the letters to Boston. Okay. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, there you go. Well, that's what happens when you go on a side mission. Oh, I guess I'll do it later.
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern. The proprietors are eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not pry.
Have you been told why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
Not well, but he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I should like nothing more, sir.
Not entirely sure if the assassins are regarded as an order. Okay, this is it. Okay, sequence 2. Welcome to Boston. Welcome to Boston. That's how they call it in Boston. Boston. Or something. At least that's how I remember people calling it.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've already let rooms here.
Oh, yes. Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
It's weird that they have the old women bring up all of the bags. You know. I guess that's how the tension goes in there. Well, I do all the work. Well, I run everything.
Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir,
We'd best be off.
of course.
Alright, I think now is a good time to show you the Animus database, which is pretty cool. So basically, all you have to do is press escape, and then you can see here DNA tracker, Animus training center. So if you have, if you are not that good at fighting, you can then, you know, earn the assassin skills there, and they retrain you on what they taught you earlier. DNA tracker, tell you all the missions you went through, which It's only one, so I'm only the first sequence, so that's basically, you know, they talk about sequence 1, 2, 3, you know, the discovery collectibles, you know, stuff like that. Then we got here the Animus database, which we talk about all the different entries here. There's different people, so Thomas Hickey. So this is basically history here. And if you want to pause it and read it, you can. But I'm not going to read it here on the stream here. But this talks about Thomas Hickey. He is born unknown though. You don't know when he was born. They have William Johnson. And they talk about him here. Again, if you want to read that, just pause. It's all interesting information. If you want to learn about these different people. This is the Green Dragon Tavern. That's the tavern you're staying at. And then it talks about the markets. Which is like, you know, markets. And over here, there's the Faneuil Hall. I'm not entirely sure about the people, but I know probably a lot of the places are actually real. It's interesting they talk about stuff that, you know, that happens later. Benjamin Franklin, that's a real person. If you don't know about Benjamin Franklin, I actually think you should read a history book or something. Either that or watch a documentary about the, you know, the American Revolution, because he is a big part of it. And he's also a very good intellectual as well, you know, he was an inventor and a thinker and all that. He's a pretty interesting guy, you know. And there's Charles Lee. There's the guy, you know, the guy you've been recruiting to the Order. Interesting it's Lee in the last name, because that's kind of like a, like a, I don't know, Chinese type of thing, like last name. There's Lewis Mills, it talks about that. And then, of course, the Atlantic Ocean, well, you know, it talks about, you know, how long it takes for travelers to cross the Atlantic Ocean, with like 6-week voyage, and delays last months, and it's storms like we went through. You know, it talks about slavery, that the slaves were, you know, taken across the Atlantic Ocean. And they talk about locations. Other 3, a Theater Royale. So that's the theater that you went to. And I talk about its history here. And this, so I'm pretty sure there's a real place. Because they do tell you information that takes place after the events of the game. You know, completely renovated in the 1990s. Installed a smoke detector this time. I guess they went through fires and stuff. And then they have naval. So I guess the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, that's that. And they have people here. Individuals. I see here. Reginald Birch. So this is the guy. You were being in London. They were telling you to go to, you know, America, to Boston. Meet those guys there. Altair. It's interesting that they have that here, but I guess it makes sense because, you know, this is the Animus, and you know, in case you want to read back to Altair's backstory for some weird reason. But this is what the person you were in the first game, Altair. And a big backstory because, you know, the first game was about him, and there's a lot of stuff even the second game that talked about him. At least the last game, like before this one. And there's El Cialdatore. So you could pause this and read all this information here. You know, he's been around in the Spanish that's the Italian Renaissance. And he lived a long life as an assassin. You know, he was following Altair's footsteps in a way. The events. Let's see here. The bigger opera. So it talks about the actual opera that they were, you know, presenting in the theater. Items. Okay, ships. Providence. So it's this ship that we were, you know, we were sailing on. Basically, it's a trade ship. You know, these kind of ships are built, and well, this is the actual ship that we were sailing on. I don't know, but typically these kind of ships, you know, talk about, you know, they carried, you know, regular supplies and stuff like that, tea and stuff. Okay, so that was the Animus database. You have also a notification center where it talks about, you know, different notifications that you're getting. You have to, you know, continue current game, reload the last checkpoint, leave Animus, which you can leave the Animus and walk around the room, you know, for whatever reason you want. Restart the memory, exit memory, or you can quit. But let's keep going. Okay, so over here, I'm supposed to do this mission here, so I'm going to talk to this guy. So,
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
We don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout, take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened.
sounds like a sound idea. You press Q, and that's all you fire.
Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
So, yep, way more gun, you know, way more, gun, based than the other games, that's for sure. I can go pick up a musket and kill the mercenaries using firearms.
Go on now, or you make us mad.
I had to go kill 10 people with firearms.
much for the element of surprise.
Reinforcements!
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside! What now? We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
Blimey, they all unload their own guns? Come on.
On with the show then.
What is with these Americans?
Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all. Bet this'll fetch a pretty penny.
Save your looting for after we found Johnson's research.
Yes, master.
This must be the research.
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham, this one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched. Back to the
Sounds
Green
like a good
Dragon
idea.
then. I need a drink. Careful, gents. We've company.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this.
Look at those badgers running around all hubbledy shut.
Please!
You Brian, I'm coming. Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something!
Aw, why's you always gotta go and spoil the sport?
Because it's not right. Because we're supposed to do a job, buddy. Come on.
The watch will be a flutter should they see that.
Oh, shut up.
Must be a stranger to carry that round here.
Faster! We'll not be losing it!